You might wonder why you feel isolated, but this is part of God's plan for the chosen ones. This isolation may seem like loneliness, but it's not what you think because it's a divine preparation. When you are set apart, it's easy to feel misunderstood, to feel like no one truly comprehends the journey you are on. But know this, your isolation is not a punishment. It is a powerful tool that God uses to shape and mold you into the person you are meant to be. This period is a divine setup for something much greater than you can imagine. It is a time when God is working behind the scenes, preparing you for a higher calling. If you don't realize that this isolation is God's plan, you might feel lost and discouraged. Understanding this is crucial for your spiritual journey. Feeling alone can be overwhelming and may lead to thoughts that you are forgotten or unloved. However, failing to recognize the divine purpose behind your solitude can cause you to miss out on the profound growth and transformation that this period is meant to bring. The stakes are high. Without embracing this phase, you risk succumbing to despair, thereby hindering your spiritual progress. This awareness is vital because it shifts your perspective from seeing isolation as a curse to recognizing it as a blessing in disguise. Who are the chosen ones? The chosen ones are individuals selected by God for a special purpose. They often feel different and set apart from others because they are being prepared for a unique mission. This selection is not based on merit, but on divine purpose. God's chosen ones might find themselves feeling out of place in the world, often wondering why they cannot blend in like everyone else. This sense of not belonging is because they are destined for something greater. They are called to walk a path that requires them to be different, to be set apart. This calling means that their lives are orchestrated in such a way that they experience things differently. They are often given deeper insights and a more profound sense of purpose. This can lead to a life filled with both extraordinary blessings and unique challenges. Understanding that you are chosen helps make sense of the isolation and the feelings of being different. It is not about being better than others. It is about being chosen for a specific divine mission that requires preparation and refinement. Let's look at biblical examples of isolation. Moses spent 40 years in the desert, and Jesus spent 40 days in the wilderness. These periods of isolation were crucial for their preparation and spiritual growth. Moses, destined to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, needed time away from the palace and the distractions of Egypt to become the humble shepherd who could hear God's voice. His years in the desert were not wasted. They were a divine setup for his mission. Similarly, Jesus' time in the wilderness was a period of intense spiritual preparation. During these 40 days, he fasted, prayed, and faced temptations that tested his faith and resolve. This isolation was necessary for him to fully embrace his divine mission. These examples show us that isolation is a common thread in the lives of those chosen by God. It is during these times that God imparts wisdom, builds character, and fortifies faith. Isolation is not a period of inactivity, but a season of preparation for a greater purpose. Personal growth through isolation is significant. During isolation, you are given the time and space to reflect on your life, deepen your relationship with God, and understand your purpose. This period allows you to look inward, to assess your strengths and weaknesses without the distractions of the world. It is a time for self-examination and spiritual renewal. In the quietness of solitude, you can hear God's voice more clearly. You can discern His guidance and receive His revelations. This is a time when your faith is tested and strengthened. It's in these moments of solitude that you build resilience and develop a deeper trust in God. Personal growth during isolation also means learning to rely on God completely. Without the support of others, you turn to God for strength, wisdom, and comfort. This dependence on God helps you to grow spiritually and become more attuned to His will for your life. Embracing isolation as a period of growth transforms your outlook and empowers you to face the world with renewed vigor and purpose. In solitude, your faith is strengthened. You learn to rely on God more and trust in His plan. This solitude is a time for building a stronger connection with God. When you are isolated from the distractions and influences of the world, you can focus solely on your relationship with Him. This undivided attention allows you to deepen your faith and trust in His promises. Solitude provides a unique opportunity to engage in prayer, meditation, and study of the scriptures. These practices help to solidify your faith foundation and prepare you for the challenges ahead. During this time, you also learn to hear God's voice more clearly. Without the noise of the world, you can discern His guidance and understand His will for your life. This period of solitude is also a time of healing and restoration. It allows you to let go of past hurts and renew your mind with God's truth. Strengthening your faith in solitude equips you with the spiritual armor needed to fulfill your divine purpose. It transforms isolation from a time of loneliness to a sacred season of growth and preparation. Isolation helps in developing inner strength. Without the distractions of the world, you can focus on your inner self, overcome personal challenges, and grow stronger spiritually and mentally. This period allows you to confront your fears, doubts, and insecurities head-on. It is in this quiet time that you learn to rely on your inner resources and on God's strength. As you face your inner battles, you develop resilience and fortitude. You discover a strength within you that you never knew existed. This inner strength is crucial for fulfilling your divine purpose. It equips you to handle the challenges and responsibilities that come with being one of God's chosen ones. Embracing isolation as a time to build inner strength transforms your perspective and prepares you for greater tasks ahead. This period of isolation is preparing you for a higher purpose. God isolates you to mold you, to prepare you for the mission He has planned for you. Embrace this time as a period of divine preparation. During isolation, God works on your character, refines your skills, and instills in you the qualities needed for your divine assignment. This preparation is essential for you to effectively carry out your purpose. God uses this time to teach you, to build your faith, and to equip you with the tools you need to fulfill your mission. Understanding that isolation is a preparatory phase helps you to embrace it with a positive attitude. It shifts your focus from the discomfort of loneliness to the excitement of preparation for something greater. Trust that God is using this time to prepare you for a higher calling. It's important to recognize and embrace God's plan. When you understand that your isolation is part of God's plan, you can find peace and purpose in your solitude. Trust that God is preparing you for something greater. Recognizing His plan helps you to see isolation not as a punishment, but as a divine strategy for your growth and development. Embracing this plan involves surrendering your will to God's and trusting in His timing. It means believing that every moment of isolation is purposeful and that God is working all things together for your good. This trust in God's plan brings peace and assurance, even in the midst of solitude. It empowers you to move forward with confidence, knowing that God's plan for your life is perfect and that He is preparing you for a significant mission. Isolation is not a punishment, but a divine preparation. It helps you grow personally, strengthens your faith, develops inner strength, and prepares you for a higher purpose. Biblical examples like Moses and Jesus show us that isolation is a common thread in the lives of those chosen by God. This period of solitude allows for personal growth and a deeper connection with God, which is essential for fulfilling your divine mission. Understanding and embracing God's plan for isolation transforms your perspective, turning loneliness into a sacred time of preparation. Trust that God is using this time to mold and prepare you for something greater. Embrace the journey, knowing that every moment of isolation is part of a divine setup for your ultimate purpose. If this message resonated with you, please like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with others who may need this message, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts and experiences. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you on your journey.